Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. I don't like this light. I'm not sure I like this light either. Okay, how about that? That's better. Hello, everybody. Hello, Claire without the eyes. Hello, UK video clips. Girl from Mars, Carrie. If they're Karen, good to see you. Lilith is here. The women come early. Andrew Rubin, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I was in London. I said to myself, you know what? I mean, it's very this stream is very important to me, but I have to have some kind of flexibility. Otherwise, I won't do anything. I went and saw my friend Janice's play. I don't know if there's any tickets left for it. It's a J.B. Priestley about marriage. J.B. Priestley play at Donmar Warehouse. It was really, really well done. It was really, really well done. It was really good, well acted, funnily acted. People remembered their lines. It's very stressful to watch a play. Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you very much, Kermit. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you very much. I should have asked. I should have asked. Let me go back. What did you did I say anything? Anyway, so have you had your tea, producer? Mm-hmm. You did. Okay. I got to turn the thing off. This is what I hate. It automatically goes on. It automatically goes on. Okay, thank you, Carrie B. Can you hear me now? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think with my light. Okay. Thank you. Janice is here. He's got that shirt on that he wears when he's being an extra. Yeah, basically, this is why I go to work. I should, not the shirt. I probably have 10 shirts exactly like this. I don't know. Maybe it's not good. You can see the stripes. This is called a Bengal stripe. Have you ever heard of this? I never heard of it until last year, the Bengal stripe. Okay, watch this. YouTube. Okay, Lewis, watch this. Let's see what I'm being told to watch. Yeah, what about it? Is it somebody else being funnier than me? Is it anybody being funny? I've got to be funny on Tuesday. I can't even think about anybody else being funny. Bengal stripe, famous from UK prison wear in porridge. Yeah, this is what people in New York wear. This maybe it's good for the dirt. You don't see the dirt. Mr. Cuff is here. Paul Goward said that before. It's about me. Okay, I'll have to look at it. I do appreciate that. Do you want to look at it right now? Will it be blocked? Maybe we should look at it. We should look at it. How do we do that again? Let's go. Maybe the producer would like to show me how to add a picture, how to add my video onto the screen. Producer.
What do you mean, add your video?
Is on the I don't know what it is called. Thank you, Kermit. On the window capture. It should
window capture whatever you're watching the video on.
Yeah, but it doesn't have my image on it. It must have been deleted in some way.
What image?
My image, the picture of me while
I remember. I think I deleted that by accident a few days ago.
Oh, can we put it back on now, or is it too difficult to do? I actually think that I have that shirt. It's from the Gap. You can buy it from the Gap. Okay, the producer's here. He's going to make sure my picture is on. So yeah, you probably do. Everybody's got this shirt. I've got a million of these shirts. It's not from the street. It's probably from a charity shop. I don't remember what brand this is.
Okay, first, that's not even full screen either.
Right. So how do we make it full screen? Fit the screen. Okay. We have the producer here. He's working on this right now. He's a lovely, lovely boy. He's a lovely boy. Where is the paste? There.
No. It's on top, isn't it?
Anyway. UK video clips. He's up there in Glasgow. He's asking if we could. There used to be a rumor that GAP was an acronym for gay and proud. And there it is. There we go. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. What did you do? It's on the video capture device. I'll lock it on the stream. I'm going to open it up. You just stay right there. Everybody, I think you want to see me larger. Do you want to see me larger than I am? Maybe I should be here. Should I be here? Where should I be? We'll go right there. Okay. Okay, get ready, everybody. Anyway, so what is today's date? I just came in, so I haven't even written down what I think my weight is, which I don't even know. Oh, no, I do know. It was 77.9 kilograms, which isn't good, but I haven't gotten any sleep at all. And I would say that I was coming down with a cold, except I don't believe in that. Today is the 233rd. Is the 233rd day. And today is the 5th of maybe it's the 5th of Feb. The 5th of Feb, 2026. Okay, so we're gonna see what they're talking about me. I mean,
your throat is very croaky.
It is croaky, yeah. It is really croaky. No, it's not the water. It's the thing. How do we do this? How do I play this?
Just play it.
Cat.
You need to put it onto window capture.
Pardon?
Put it onto window capture.
It is on window capture.
Are you not on full screen anymore?
Oh, sorry. It's on window capture. Now, can they hear me? Can they hear this thing?
If it's playing, then it should work. Yeah.
Can they hear the vocal?
We don't want to get sued. We're probably going to get sued for quite a lot of this. We've got to be careful because I hear some of these people have money. But Bill Gates, allegedly denied by him, is in the files that he got STDs from Russian girls, and then he tried to secretly give his wife antibiotics so that she wouldn't get infected. And as soon as you hear that, you're like,
where am I mentioned?
Such a good point. There isn't any girls coming forward in the struggle.
names. And the guy's and the guy's not heard of anyone. He's going Peter Thiel, but he just I don't believe he's smart. Everyone's like he's a super genius. What he actually talks like is a
saying like Rose
wheeled him into the ocean or unplugged him or something in the
too. They're going for the others. I'm not.
I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth.
Okay. I've got to re-click the link. If I can find it. Okay.
It's no different to listening to Lewis Schaffer. That's basically, it's just a
you'd be in big trouble You'd be struggling to cross the road. You wouldn't know which side the car
Can you
was
hear
gonna come
this?
on.
Is this coming out in your ears,
It'd
everybody?
be very dangerous misinformation.
Can you
I'm
hear
sure he
this?
believes it. But
But he
Paul,
started. I mean, it's essentially this is what this happens very regularly, particularly with the broadcasters of this ilk. They start the rumor live on air. We just saw it, and then they go, "There you go," you know. And you're thinking, "No, what do you mean? There you go? You just made it up." It's no different to listening to Lewis Schaffer. That's basically, you know, he's just a credible Lewis Schaffer. He just says some stuff. You know, water isn't wet and cancer doesn't exist, and then he leaves you with the information and says, "Makes you think, doesn't it?"
did you mention Lewis because he looks like Epstein?
I tell you what, the Lewis Epstein looky likey he's too accurate sometimes. I mean, I often I do wonder if a conspiracist could literally photograph Lewis Schaffer wandering around London and say that it's proof that Epstein's still alive.
Somebody called me
I'm
that
wondering
today.
if I should bring up a picture of both of them. Maybe we'll do that just quickly. I just saw an annoying picture of me. Getting flashbacks having to work with Lewis. There's Lewis. And then
a clip came up on my a clip came up on my feed of me, you, and Lewis on headliners the other day. Just
it's mad, isn't it? And there's Epstein. I mean, what do we think?
I never saw them in the same room together.
That's not even the best one, but they certainly do look similar. What about this though, Paul? Everything people are saying bad stuff about Epstein, right? You know, he's getting a real bad rap.
People are saying bad stuff.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. But look at this. He made everyone forget about Black History Month on it as his last act. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm asking you people, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Were you able to hear me? You can hear it. Okay, so there you go. Well, what do we learn from that? What do we learn from that? Lewis Schaffer's a big star, number one. It's really good to see Paul and Nick talking about me. That's all right. Number two, I was on the train today and somebody walked past me and said Epstein. So I must look like the guy, and I'd rather look like that guy because he's actually almost good looking. I used to, as you know, look like Harvey Weinstein. Now I look like Jeffrey Epstein, number one. Number two, water. I said this. I didn't say water isn't wet. It is wet, but it is not hydrating. I said water is not hydrating, and people laughed at me, and then it's come out that it's not. I am way above things. What else did he say? I can't remember what else he said. Maybe I should go back and look at it again. Can I go back and look at it again? That's really great. Thank you for posting that up there. Thank you for posting that up there. What did I do with it? I've missed everybody's comment by that little bit of delay. It's Lewis Schaffer. He's famous. Lewis Schaffer is famous. I would like to watch that again. You don't mind? Do you mind? Do you mind if I watch that again? Do you mind if I watch that again? But you can hear me.
It's no different to listening to Lewis Schaffer. That's basically, you know, he's just a credible Lewis Schaffer. He just says some stuff. You know, water isn't wet and cancer doesn't exist, and then he leaves you with the information and says, "Makes you think, doesn't it?"
Did you mention Lewis because he looks like Epstein?
I tell you what, the Lewis Epstein.
Yeah, that's the point. The point is that I am not blackmailing anybody. And that's what this thing is all about. I was in the play I saw today. It was all about, half of it was about blackmail, but it was so subtly about blackmail. But it was the guy is not being the people are not married, and they're having to pay off people to keep it a secret. Guy gets to keep his job. Another woman gets paid money. I mean, it's just about blackmail. It's just blackmail. He's so good. Everybody watch Nick Dixon. I love Nick Dixon, and I love Paul Cox. So that's that. You may want to notice my screen. Can you see my screen? That wasn't my idea. Other people have put a screen, but it was Lewis Schaffer who brought the screen on the TV. Thank you very much for that, Kermit. Thank you very much. Lewis, please close the blinds on your window. Geolocators can find you. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. And so they can sneak their way in, and then I'm going to be blackmailed. I was searching the screen share to find personal info and couldn't find any. You love Dixon Cox. I love Nick Dixon, and I love Paul Cox. So, do I love watching them? I find that easier to watch than most programs because I know those people. So do I love them? I mean, I don't love anybody. I don't care about other people. You know that about me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if the audience cries. I'm not trying to produce something that's amazing. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible. I'm trying to be Lewis Schaffer, the maximum. And I want you to like me, anal warts and all. Anal warts and all. You got your fancy dress uniform also. This is what I don't know whether it's fancy, but this is what I wear. Girl from Mars is here. Well, I'm very happy. I don't look like Myra Hindley. I mean, I feel bad. It's bad. You know, this is one thing. You guys don't understand this. There's so much anti-Jewish bullshit going on. I was watching Matt Walsh describing what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. It was like, see the Jews. See the Jews. Makeshift is here. Hello. I'm on good form today. Epstein was Jewish too, Lewis. Yes, he was. He was Jewish. Was he a bad man? That's the one thing about the Jews. Why the Jews are so amazing is we're amazing. We kick it. That's why people like Jews. In music, we kick it. In the films, we kick it. In crime, we kick it. We take it to a much higher level. That's why we are better than you, because we actually push it out. I don't, but even me, in terms of my incompetence, I'm pushing it. I'm angry and pushing it. When I used to watch GB News, you were my favorite bloke on there. A lot of people tell me that, and I appreciate you watching it. I appreciate every single one of the millions of people who are my followers. I appreciate the millions of people that every day watch me. Over 1.75 million people watch every one of these shows. So I do appreciate it, Toxic Oil. But the point is that Matt Walsh, who I happen to like a lot, Matt Walsh, a lot. He's making it, if you watch the thing about Jeffrey Epstein, he is saying that Jeffrey Epstein is him, the way he uses the word goyim, the goyim of this, the goyim of that, and sorry, girl from Mars, I'm sorry, I need to calm down. I get a little upset about it, but it's like when you hear the word goyim, it may be used in a nice way, it may be used in a bad way. It's like the word the N-word for black people, or the way Irish people speak about English people. Not everything is all negative, but it's when the Jews and I don't know, maybe Andrew can affirm this. But when we say goyim, we don't. It's not always negative. It could be like, how come you didn't go to the goyim to have your car fixed? Well, you have to go to a Jewish mechanic. What do the Jews know about being a mechanic? You go to the Irish guy. This is how we could say, oh, the goyim. Oh, how stupid are they? Okay, that is the problem, Lewis. The Jews claim to be the Jews claim to be supreme from their mouths, Their. But if I say some Jews are supremacist dicks, I get canceled. That's bullshit. If you say that, what do you mean supremacist? What do you mean by that? We're white supremacists? We're Jewish supremacists? What do you mean by that? You got to make sure you explain it properly. Are Jews good? Yes. Are Jews bad? Yes. Are Jews a group of people? Yes. Makeshift says, sometimes you can use derogatory terms with friends as jokes. When I read on an email, it can be taken out of context. Exactly true, Makeshift. And this is what makes Jeffrey Epstein so amazing. So amazing is that he sits there and thinks, how can I become friends with this guy? He's relentless this way. So if he's speaking to a Jew, he might be going, oh, us Jews, us Jews. I guarantee you, if he's speaking to a black guy, he's going, us black people. Whatever he's doing that he feels it's necessary to do, he will do. Matt Walsh, says Paul Yoward, is so much not the anti-Semite, he is unafraid of criticizing individual Jews. Goyim is a value neutral, but the intonation used by Epstein is harsh. Seinfeld has a routine about Goy. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Hi. Hello there. Okay. I don't know. He mentions it in a whatchamacallit, in an email. So you don't know whether it's harsh or not. I've called people Goyim, the Goyim. It's not always filled with like ridiculousness. When I was growing up, my parents used the term Goyish cup. Goyish cup, it's a stupid Christian way of thinking. And I guarantee you every ethnic group thinks of the main group that way. It makes them feel better. Why are you angry about shit you have no control over? It's a good question, because I think to myself, I'm important. That's really don't you feel that, girl from Mars? Don't you feel like you're important and people should listen to you? Don't you feel that? Yes, he is speaking the language of the person he is speaking with. It seems he got connections with people. Yes, he does. He's amazing. He's like a working class Jade Goody from Bermondsey. He's a lower class guy, and he's hanging out with the top people. And that's what he does. Him and Peter Attia, he's like best buddies with that guy. And that's how he got his way. Most people are like that. Most people are like that. They try to get along with people. My mother always calls me Jewish because I don't like spending money, but it's all friendly. Yeah, but when you take it seriously, when you say Jews are cheap, it's bullshit. Jews do save more money than most people. So does that make us cheap? I wouldn't even say me. I've been bankrupt on 3 continents. If I call a European Jew a Yid, I can be canceled when this is what Jews were called across Europe from day dot. Yes, it does mean that, but because it's presumed because you're not Jewish, that it's an insult. It's an insult to the Jews. I'm going to try not to get shouty. The problem is I did not sleep last night. I went to sleep about 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up about 11 o'clock in the morning. I went to Central London to see Janice's play. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go see it. I'm going to come back late. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to leave early. And I went and I hung out with Janet. We went to a cafe, and it was proper. It was a proper good time. It was a proper good. Do unto others. That is it. Yeah, you got to. There are so few people don't understand the Jews. They never met the Jews. They don't know what it is to be a Jew. I meant to say I watched the Matt Walsh show, as I do every day, says Paul Yoward. Walsh works for a Jew, and his colleague is Jewish. Yid is pejorative, but not as bad as the K word. Yeah, I've called, have I called Jews Yids? I don't think I have. I never really used that word. I've never used that word. Okay. When it isn't, it is just a word like goy. Double standards are obvious. Well, Jews are allowed to call Christians goys. Are you allowed to call? I got my son. He's in Studio One. We got to be not. You know what it is? It's like when I say things that get people upset. Okay. I think, well, why are they upset? Why are they upset? Because they hear something else. They hear something else that they don't want to, that, you know, that they want to hear. Carnegie came home early. He didn't come home early. What am I saying? Come home early. I'm doing this late. I think it's 5:00, but it's really 6. It's really 7:30. It's late. Thank you for being here. Okay. Sticks and stones to me. I get abused every day on X, but I give it back. Well, I mean, unfortunately, there aren't that many Jews. People think that the Jews control the world. We're only 15 million Jews, of which most of them are losers. Lewis, we are all different, thank God. We do not need 8 hours sleep. All need 8 hours sleep. You do. You don't realize you do. I need more than that. Carnegie.
Maybe stop doing a fucking show.
I'm doing a show here. I appreciate you turning the music off, whatever. Or using your earphones.
I don't have any.
Well, yes, you do.
I'm gonna eat in my room then.
Okay, go eat in your room. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I was out all day with Janice. I went to see a play. York has a site of a pogrom near the castle the National Front used to congregate on the anniversaries. Yeah, and look what happened to the National Front. You don't mess with the Jews. You got to side with the Jews. Okay. So we've established that Epstein is actually a top bloke who was not actually racist to whites. He wasn't racist to whites. Am I racist to whites? Just because when he spoke to the Jews, he spoke the language of the Jews. And when he spoke to the white people, he spoke the language of white people. Or as best he could to make people think that he was in. He's not racist to whites. Is he a top bloke? No, he was not a top bloke. He was not a top bloke. But there are thousands and thousands of people who are being just like that guy, who are learning people's names, who are giving them presents and buying favors so that people forget how much he's needed. Paul Yoward, why so many ginger? Why so many ginger? I forgot the genius Woody Allen is ginger. What does that mean? Can you turn the sound off, Carnegie? Carnegie. Now it's in my head. I can hear it, and they can hear it too.
Can they hear it?
Yes, they can. I'm telling you to turn it off.
I don't think they can hear it.
They can hear it.
They can't.
I can hear it, and I'm asking you to please turn it off. Be my friend. I guess because Woody Allen was filmed in black and white when young and fully ginger. I mean, and he was involved in this whole thing. I mean, this story is an incredible story. The fact that every one of our emails can be exposed, every one of our WhatsApp messages could possibly be read. Every one of us. It's not just Jeffrey Epstein. 3 million pages. Everybody is, you know what it is. It's like I'm not even going to mention the guy's name because you're going to say, oh, he's mentioned. But I have a friend of mine who, not me, who's mentioned in the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I'm getting pissed off. You're right. I'm getting pissed off. What the fuck are you shouting about, Girl from Mars? No one said F all about Jews. Only you, Lewis. Well, because Matt Walsh said something. Matt Walsh, how do you know Ginger, Girl from Mars? How do you know what everybody else? I wish we were all in a room together, and we will all be in a room together. We'll all see each other's faces, and you can all turn on me as one. You could turn on me as one. It's a prelude to, for like major anti-Semitism. Epstein was clearly writing some emails with a view to the authorities seeing them. Exactly right. More people need to say that. That Bill Gates thing is just, Bill Gates didn't send it to him. He sent it to himself. He didn't even send it to Bill Gates. whatever the young people's music is, Mr. Cuff. That's what it is. I don't hate anyone unless they have malice in their heart for me. Well, I mean, hatred is a pretty easy emotion to feel. I feel it all. Lewis, what's the best comedy show you watch? Lewis Schaffer, what's the best you've watched? Paul, yeah, I think so. And the pictures he took, he sent them to himself. Who took that picture of Mandelson in his pants? Who took it? You know what it is? It's kind of like I think he was on the phone. And somebody said to that girl, go stand next to Peter Mandelson. And the girl stood next to Peter Mandelson. Or maybe he was a boy. Go stand next to Peter Mandelson. He's got his pants down. Let me take a picture. And you can take a picture without any sound going on.
The FT reported on some files that they found where it was like basically Mandelson and Epstein alluding to Mandelson's then boyfriend, now husband, basically being like pimped out by Jeffrey Epstein for money, which is why he was paid that much money.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, and Mandelson married the guy. So Jeffrey Epstein set him up with his husband.
No.
So
They met before that. Whatever. It's
and so
he was setting him up, Mandelson's husband up with people, I guess.
And so was he okay with that? Was Peter Mandelson okay?
I guess so.
That her husband. He didn't mind that my husband's being set up
Gigolo.
not as a gigolo.
Isn't that a male prostitute? Gigolo.
Could be. Gigolo sounds a lot better than that. Epstein will have had cameras about the place and have people seen his evil architecture of the Red Pyramids. Yeah. So maybe there's cameras all over the place. And who were the people who put the cameras in? I can't imagine Jeffrey Epstein putting the cameras in. My favorite comedy was Bill Hicks' Revelations. I was not a huge Bill Hicks fan. Lewis is the best news show presented on the UK has for many years. Lewis is the best news show presenter the UK had for many years. He just speaks his mind, zero filter. Well, I try to, and sometimes I'm screaming. I don't mind if you tell me, hey, Lewis, you're screaming. I don't mind it, but then again, this is what you're going to get. I mean, English people, there's lots of English, and women especially, they don't like screaming. This is why I come and join in on the chat, because he speaks his mind. I'm speaking my mind, and you guys can speak your mind too. I mean, the problem with this Epstein situation, for example, is there's layers and layers of lies going on. We don't know what the truth is. So you're saying Mandelson was a bad man. Is that what you're saying, producer? After the investigation, they found all rooms on the island had hidden cameras. Horrible. Horrible, says Andrew Rubin. It's really, really bad. It's this guy. I mean, and he's blackmailing, and blackmailing is the worst thing. The worst thing. Yeah, and you can scream. I can scream too. Yeah, let's all scream. You and me scream. You know what we can do? We'll lock ourselves in a room and just scream and scream. A passionate Lewis taper tonight. Good on you. Thank you, Scott Elite Elixir. Thank you. Besides Lewis, the greatest comic of all time is Norm Macdonald. I'll take that. I don't care if you think I'm I'm the best comic of all time. I mean, most of you don't know me as a comic. Mandy liked cash more than COCK. Is that true, producer? That Mandelson liked boys more than money, or he liked money more than boys? What do you think, producer?
What?
That Mandelson liked money more than boys, more than COCK.
I think he liked both.
I think he liked both. That's the thing. Usually people like Mandelson have very big needs, because what happens is they go through the world and they're given a lot of stuff and they see that there's a lot of stuff out there, and they want it, and they get bored with just being famous, so they go, well, let's be risky. Let's be risky. Standard practice, Claire. Hello, Claire, for hidden cameras for MI5. I once I knew shoved their camera up my one I knew, or once I knew, Claire, shoved their camera up their camera. They sent me thousands of pages of paperwork. Do you understand that? Epstein wasn't the top of the ladder. He was high up, but he was definitely not. He wasn't the top. He wasn't ruling anything. He was just trying to make money out of introducing people to other people, pretending that he knew something. Look, I watched didn't we watch the Bannon interview where he's pretending like he knows something about something? He's like me. I pretend like I know something. So now Daz comes in. He's number one today, Daz. Something else that might get me hated. Many women like Epstein thanked him for his help and offered him sex. I can believe that to be true. Even people who are hated probably have one or two people who like them. And people who are hated think that people like them too. I'm surprised that Jeremy Corbyn wasn't in the files. I don't see him with girls. Oh, well, he was with, what's her name? He likes power and bumming young boys as his way of exerting, we're talking about Mandelson, I guess, as his way of exerting this, as he isn't physical enough to fight a man. Could be that way. He wants to be a man. He wants to be a guy. Us guys, we like girls. And if we don't like girls, we like boys. And we like money. We like boys and money. We want people to respect us. We want to be paid attention to. Everybody wants that, men and women. Lilith's laughing at Makeshift. I love Lilith. Okay. Have you ever watched the new Daily Agenda? He's a funny channel, likes to rubbish talk people. Okay. Is it called the new Daily Agenda, or is it called the Daily Agenda? I'm going to write it down. Corbyn is a tight bastard. When I was in the militant, he was not the guy who would buy around. You know how expensive it is to buy around, and it's so stupid to buy around. I bought rounds. I bought rounds because I said to myself, you know what? And you got to stay there. And if the round has 5 people, you got to stay for five drinks. I like women and money, says Andy. Yeah, I like women and money. I do too. I like women and money. And the thing about Jeffrey Epstein is, okay, I've heard this said. What about the women? What about the women? Yeah, besides the women, it was bad. But he was a bad man. Blackmailing is bad. It's like a kind of a murder. Claire says, I love you. And let me tell you something, Claire. This is Claire with no I. No I. She says, I love you. Well, I'm going to love you. I love you, Claire. Diane Abbott found Corbyn a bore. He likes road hatches, manhole covers, and Eastern European industrial estates. Why is that boring? Manhole covers are fascinating. And Eastern Europe industrial estates, also fascinating. Maybe, that's what I am. You don't know that about me. I'm an old man. I like stuff like that. Train lines, factories, old buildings, colors of bricks. His victims are traumatized, says John Van Dam. They are suffering for the Mandelson effect. Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are. Maybe they shouldn't, maybe they are. Get ready for me to lose followers. I'm going to say something horrible. Joe is here. I like attractive men and any kind of money. Yes, you do. Women love attractive men. They love attractive. We're not on the Jewish section anymore. I'm about to tear into women who are traumatized by Jeffrey Epstein. They're all women who flew out there. You know what I'm saying? They got on a plane and they went to St. James's Island, which is what his island was called. Beer used to be so you're saying it was cheap. It was £1 a pint. Yeah, it was £1 a pint, but how much did people make in an hour? How much did they make in an hour? A pound, probably. To be fair to Corbyn, I think he stayed well clear of any of this stuff. Yeah, probably that's true. Probably that's true. But we're gonna meet each other, and you're gonna say, let's take a picture, and there's gonna be a picture of you with Lewis Schaffer, a picture of you with Lewis Schaffer, and who knows what I've done? You don't know what I've done. You don't know what any of these people have done. So it's really hard. So what does Judel say? I'm not on the Jewish portion of the show because I've been told not to. It was very cheap, but we had all cash, says Andy. Yeah, beer wasn't that cheap, but there was no money. Okay, Claire asked Lilith, are you going to see Lewis next week? Let's all see Lewis. Even if you don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. You guys, beer was 64p in my day. Well, how much was an hour's wage, Andy? Come on, that's the question to ask. I love watching all kinds of channels, even some left ones sometimes. Yeah, you want to know what's going on in the world. My son accuses me of being in my bubble. Epstein was not powerful enough to be of interest to Epstein. Corbyn, was not powerful enough to be of interest. Probably you're right. Probably you are right. Did I just hear that right? Women had a great time because there was a plane. I didn't say that specifically, but, they weren't pulled in off the street. They were put on a plane. They say, you want to go to this island? We'll give you money. You know what I heard? I'm going to defend Jeffrey Epstein because I know it bothers Judels. Because I'm getting a rise out of Judels. I'm saying this for you, Judels. He would have women come to his house from the school, and he would pay them £200 for giving a massage. And let's say they didn't want to give him a massage. Okay, what did he do? Have you heard this story? Can anybody tell me this story? Because I'm about to tell it if you don't want to tell it. I covered the income thing in comparison to the £1 pint by saying Corbyn has always been an MP wage, which was like £40,000. Beer is so expensive. You got to buy 5. You got to pretend to your friends. What do you want? What do you want? You don't even know who these people are. F it. I'm not buying anybody a pint. You want to buy me a pint, you can buy me a pint. I'm not going to buy you a pint. I can't believe I'm saying this. I buy people stuff. When I started going into pubs, I could drink a sufficiency. Buy 10 fags and get a bag of chips on the way home, and still have change from a 5. Or they were good. Things were cheaper back then, but you forget how little money people were making. They were pulled off the street and put on a plane. Keep talking into the void. They weren't pulled off the street. They were not pulled off the street. Okay? The way you think of it. They weren't dragged. You're getting on the plane. No! Whatever. I mean, what he did was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. Lewis and Andy, says Keith Bexley. I'm sure there are some people who did it willingly, but also there are many people who were groomed from the age of 11. Yeah, possibly, probably. Jeff liked his. Yes, he did like that massage. Anyone remember £1 pint? Yeah, we all. I don't. Do I remember that? I think a pint was £2.40. I mean, and I shouldn't have drunk the pints. I think pints are. I don't know. What I am saying is this. So he brought him to his house, and he said, if you give me a massage, I'll give you £200. I don't know what exactly was involved in the massage, but if the girls didn't want to do it, he would then say to the girls, thank you very much. If you bring a girl to give me a massage, she will get £200, and I'll give you £200 for bringing the girl. That's incredible salesman thing. That's a lot of money. Epstein was a teacher. That is not well known, but he is significant. They go with the kids, but it is that he was a teacher. Yeah, he's been a pervert since the early days. Isaacs is here. Hello, Isaacs. Only Jesus Christ can save your soul. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Isaac. Thanks for coming in. Was $200. Claire says, and still now some of the authorities are morally bankrupt. A lot of people are morally bankrupt. He wasn't a great guy. I'm not saying he was a great guy. He was a really bad man. And this whole story is really bad. How do you know he would say to the girl, thank you very much? Because he was polite to people. He wasn't like, get over here and give me a massage and you better come back. He didn't say that. Like the letter he wrote to Bill Gates. Did you read the letter he wrote to Bill Gates? Read the letter. The letter he wrote to Bill Gates. He never threatened anybody, but there was a threat in it. Kind of Hansel and Gretel and Child Catcher vibes from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, encouraging and persuasive. I don't know about that show. I don't know what it's all about. 15 pence a pint in the 1970s. I remember I came to London on a trip, and I went in. I saw by a shop window, or whatever it is, a recruiter, that they were paying people £18 and £18 a week. A week. How the F do you know what he said in private to young girls? It came out in the court records, and it came out with multiple people saying that. Bill Gates later was nuts. I don't think he sent it, though, which is, in a way, brilliant, too, because it basically says how he was going to go about getting Bill Gates to give him £30 million, I think. Paul Yoward. UK video clips. That was before the money change in the UK. I guess it was, 15 pence a pint in the 1970s? When was the money change? 1971. During the war, it was a tuppence a pint of gin. I mean, inflation has killed the country. No, mid-70s. I think decimalization. What year did decimalization take place? Can anybody give me an actual date? Life imitating art, and they are still trying to normalize it to save their jail time. Blackmailing is really scary. It's really scary. It's like really scary. We're going to tell everybody what a horrible person. Hold on a second. Let me get in the picture here. We're going to tell people what a horrible person, Lewis, you are. What's going on here? Where am I? I got my flag there. 1972. Which one is it? 1971, late 70s, off the top. UK video clips, we can't do things off the top of our head. We got to say I went on YouTube and it says this on you, not on YouTube, on Google. It's so bad and creepy to say, at the very least, Claire. What did Claire say? What did I say? That's very creepy. He, there's a hierarchy of bad things that people have done. I know a lass, this is what Toxic Coyhole says. I know a lass who many years ago I warned her about that could happen in Dubai if she went over without a man in her arm. She told me I was crazy. She now doesn't speak to anyone about what happened. Yeah, that's bad. Well, that's different. That's really bad. It is really bad. Things happen. Kermit says, I remember when you could get a tuppence for a Bacardi and Coke and a half bag of chips. That's 2 pence. Is that right? Oh, my God. America used to love to go to Britain. It was so cheap. I remember I remember it at 25 new pence in the early 1970s. Says Andrew Rubin, 1972. You know what? I can't trust you. I can't trust you. I'm trying to find out the answer here. So take a look. I'm going to do it on the thing. I'm going to do it here. When did British decimalization happen? When did it happen? February 15th, 1971. I knew that. I said that myself. Why am I asking you people? Why am I asking you people? A new system. Okay. Where the pound was divided into 100 new pence. Old system. The new system. I remember a guy used to work at the transport museum. The transport museum. And he showed how it was done. Thank you, Mr. Cuff. Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much. The answer is 1971. I'm going to say Mr. Cuff wins because he actually gave the actual date. So he was obviously not guessing. Every night is learning time. I think it is. I think that every night is learning time. Yeah, every day is school day for Jimmy Savile. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I heard an interesting thing about, or maybe somebody said it yesterday about Donald Trump, that he's going to delay this until he's no longer president. He's going to delay the release of this. He's already been how long has he been president for? A year and a couple of months. I remember huge 50p, says Andy. Yeah. Those are really good memories. Those are really good memories. I mean, he was not somebody who would drag somebody. What made Jeffrey Epstein so scary, he's not an obvious aurist. He's not an obvious blackmailer, but he is a blackmailer and he is an aurist. Okay? And you shouldn't be messing with 11-year-olds or 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds. Whatever the law is in the country you're in, basically. We used to have common market 50p. What is a common market 50p? Half crowns and florins were lovely coins. How much was a half crown? That was like how much is a half crown? How much is a half crown? I don't know. We've lost people. Joodles, we've lost. We've lost a lot of the girls. They're mad at me. I'm sorry. I've been really bad lately. I've been really bad because I'm not saying what he did was not wrong. Streaky Bacon is here. Okay, we're doing very well. Thank you, Streaky Bacon. Good to see you. Lewis, 2.5 shillings. How much is 2.5 shillings? Are there 24 shillings in a pound? Is that how much it is? So each shilling is worth was each shilling worth 5p? I used to sharpen 50p's and use them in our hands at football. Why? What, to cut people? Is that what you used to do, Andy? British half crown was a denomination of sterling coinage worth about 1/8 pound, or 2 shillings and 6p is a half crown. It's actually so complicated. I can see when you're young and you've been brought up in the money, and there are benefits for this kind of money, but it's very complicated. It's not as simple as 5, 10, 20, 50 a pound. Good man, Lewis. Well, I like the stream, but it clashed with period drama upstairs, downstairs tonight. Okay, did it do that? Did it do that? Did it do that? But you're here. That's what matters, Streaky Bacon. Let's just find out something. Everybody like the stream. Like the stream if you can. Let's like the stream. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Let me, I've got just, okay, I'm back on track. My dad had a bag of old money ranging, Vatnai says, that's ranging in date from pre-Victorian to the first decimal coins. I sold some of them on eBay. The ones with high silver content went for good prices. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is gold dropping? Bitcoin is dropping. We are looking to the past for this country, as it had been so shit for a decade. Collapse of the government and royal family. Job done. It seemed like people were screaming at the king today. They were screaming at the king. They were screaming at the king. Today. Lewis. They were adverts to help us. One went, use your old pennies in 6-pence lots. How did I remember that? Use your old penny in 6-pence. So if you carried around 6-pence, what would a 6-pence be? Would that be worth like 10 pence? I have a few old crowns pre-47. They were solid silver. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess there are lots of that money lying around. Lots of the old, I guess there was. We are looking to the past. That's why this play really bothered me, because it was a look at the past in Britain. It was, and it wasn't supposed to be looking at the past, but it was looking at the past. And they were like, it wasn't. I don't know. I have millions of shekels. Silver has plummeted. Has it gone down? Has it gone down? And those things always go down because not that we're being manipulated, but people buy them when they're cheap. They go up, 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 and then they get sold. But the rest of us poor folk, we haven't gotten the news yet. I took the pre-decimal coins to school for a history class. The kids were fascinated by how big and heavy they were. They were really big and heavy. Yeah, there were lots and lots of metal. Interesting, Vatnai. And the gold is also down. I learned what shalom means today, so I'm going to start using the word shalom. Well, I mean, it could mean a lot of things, I think. Not that I would know. Let's find out what's going on with the gold and silver. I'm looking on my thing here. They were big and heavy equals high value. Yeah. Yeah. 1 pound used to be based on a pound of sterling silver, whereas now sterling silver is worth 594 pounds per pound. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, are we against it or in favor of it? I stupidly sold my parents' farthings years ago. Greed. Yeah, we all do stupid things like that. We all do stupid things like that. I live a life of regret. Shalom means peace, harmony. It could mean a lot of things. I don't know how it's used. Shalom, peace, shalom. Good to see you. That's why it's called pound sterling, says Kermit. Can be used as a hello or goodbye. Yeah, lots of languages. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, now how do we do this? We got to find out. We got to search for gold. I'm looking on my Revolut site. Gold, 200 pounds, down in the last week. Well, it was up to 4,000. Wasn't it up to 4,000? Let's see. Let's see how I can find out. Converter. Gold. Here's gold. I can't figure it out. I don't have the time to figure it out. I'm upset. I'm upset that people. I'm upset. There is some messed up stuff there. Fun fact, if you put tape around a 10 pence piece, you could make a vending machine think it was a 50% and get change. Yeah, because it was probably size oriented and weight oriented. Whereas, now it's maybe it's what the actual stuff is made out of. It's an electrochemical thing, basically. It could be that. Gold and silver has just been manipulated to lose value. Who is doing that to the gold and silver market? I mean, this is what you know what it is. This is what they do, or they try to do, and some people are successful and some aren't. And it is a lie saying it is not true when you search files. It's there, all right. What is not true? John Van Dam, Lewis, and I do not endorse crime. No, you should. I'm a visitor here. Littler just got beat. Joodles. Elixir speaking to Joodles that Littler just got beat by Van being Chappie. Interesting. Okay. Joodles she likes darts. She likes pool. She likes football. Right, mate. AI has been manipulated to follow certain narratives for sure. I mean, what's scary is this year you think to yourself, I think to myself, I know nothing. I know nothing, but you believe me. You believe me. I don't know anything. How do we know what's going to happen? Vending machines are much more sophisticated now, but some foreign countries intentionally choose indistinguishable coins to the UK, ones to game such things. The mint has to offer coins then, yes. Well, I think there's probably some kind of international coin bureau or something. Years ago, says Mr. Cuff, Steve, a friend of mine made molds of 50p, filled them with water, and put them into his electric meter. Dumb effort, didn't drill a hole in the tray at the bottom. His landlord went ape. Say that again. Years ago, a friend of mine made molds of 50p, filled them with water, and put them into his electric meter. They weren't molds. They were things you put into the meter. Dumb effort, didn't drill a hole in the tray at the bottom. His landlord, I don't understand how that works. I don't know how that works. Week high, 3,960 pounds per ounce gold. Week low, 3,235 per ounce. Still way better than worthless paper currency and quantitative easing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm feeling a bit tired right now. Does anybody have anything interesting to say? I could talk about Jeffrey Epstein all night. He made fake 50p, but didn't make way to retrieve them. Well, how can water make a fake 50p? Kermit. So, how do you make a fake 50p with water? How do you make a mold and just put water in it and then put it in the machine? the mold is bigger than sumo wrestlers cannot wipe their THEIR own asses. That's interesting. Why not? Because they're too fat. The water was just for the weight. Oh, I see. But why do you need to retreat it? You just pull the whole thing out. Mr. Cuff, you could use film negative to slide into the rotating electric meter to slow it down. Okay, I don't know how that works. Laugh out loud. Lewis, arch counterfeiter. I'm not. I don't know anything about this stuff. Thank you, Lewis, for the time. All the best to chat. Thank you very much. Royal Mint moved to Llantrisant in Wales. Am I pronouncing that right? Llantrisant in Wales. It's a bit of a dump. So they say it is the opposite of polos, a hole with a mint. Okay, that's not the opposite. It is a polo. A polo is a hole with a mint. Because the landlord could see what he's doing. I don't understand why that would be. What is left behind? What is left behind in the cabinet there? We are now showing our criminal minds. Yes. Why are the Tesco's cashiers being kept behind clear box screens? Anyone? It's like maybe the same thing for good question. Maybe it's the same thing for bus drivers. That they don't want to have to deal with people. People get angry and punch them, maybe. Because you can catch Tescoism, says government. Pronunciation was reasonable. Okay, that was my pronunciation of, let me see if I can pronounce it correctly. Llantrisant. I feel another mask performance coming. Yeah. They're going to lie to us and say we need masks. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they don't want us to have masks. Not want us to. Maybe they don't want us to... No, that's not it. Maybe the Jeffrey Epstein thing has made people realize that we've been lied to and that masks are part of that lie. Because there was a tray full of fake 50p's and not real ones for him to collect. How does the water come in? How can you make a fake 50p with water? Okay. I feel another... Okay. So they don't get shoplifted? Streaky bacon? I'm not sure. Llantrisant, the LL is pronounced Llantrisant. Man walks into a bar with a crocodile under his arm. Andy says, COVID? I'm too tired to even abuse myself. That's the way I'm feeling. Hold on one second. I've got to contact Leo. Okay. Lewis. I went to a laundrette today, Carrie says, with 6 weeks worth of washing because my machine at home is forked. The total amount came to 102, oh my God, pounds. That's another thing that's gone way, way, way up. 102 pounds. 102 pounds. I have a bridge to sell you. Who are you selling the bridge to? A mold wouldn't be heavy enough alone, so water to make the weight right. Oh, okay. So they're putting in a slug, and the slug has water in it to make it happy. You will never be able to pronounce the first two letters. LL. Clan, yes I can. Clan. Can you hear that? Clan. Leo Curse.